Margaret, and you're very welcome, Minister. Like it's been said here before, I mean, we all know that people who have found themselves homeless, who never in their wildest dreams would have imagined that they'd be in this situation. In February, like we said here, there were 17,300 people homeless and almost 5,500 children. And that doesn't include people sleeping in couches and spare rooms with friends or with family, which often happens in rural areas as well, and rough sleepers. Like we know, I suppose, when the residential tenancy bill, we know that the biggest cause of homelessness is people being evicted from private rental, and we can see as a direct result of the residential tenancy bill that 43% of homeless figures have been given notices to quit. Just this week on the train to Dublin, I was approached by a young mother from Leitrim who works in a government department. She's been issued with a notice of termination from her landlord who she rented for 5 years. The week before was a family who've been in long-term rental to the local authority and the landlord decided to sell. The week before that was a single woman who successfully maintained a tenancy for 14 years. And then the week before that was a single man expressing suicidal ideologies because of his homelessness. Families have grown up with children. There's a friend of mine whose her children are now they've lived in the tenancy for 14 years, lived with her, like other children grew up there. They've been evicted notice. An elderly lady living in rural Ireland, living down the road in Sligo, she's been served a notice from her landlord, who she still describes as being very decent to her. It's become normalised. Homelessness has become normalised. And before Easter, and I know, Minister, that you have been very aware of this and you've been very instrumental, and I'm very appreciative of that, are the people in Sligo, in Enniscrone. But just for anyone that doesn't know this, 6 households of elderly and disabled people got a notice to quit, an eviction notice from a retirement village in Enniscrone. Like, what kind of society have we come to if we're coming to that when a person is denied, and we know that when children are denied a home and when they're denied physical shelter, it not only affects their development at the time, but it can cause developmental regression. As a party, we've been in government, and I know that Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael have been in here, and there doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency. Like Senator McCormack spoke at, I remember that from Jonathan Corry when he died. Like, we all can remember that, and it was shocking. When Labour left government in 2016, homelessness was at 6,000 people that time, and it was being treated as an emergency by Minister Alan Kelly. And in just 10 years, homelessness levels have soared by almost 150%. Like, I can't say, I don't know. We've recommended a state construction company would be something that we would have been calling for a long time, and to go back on the reset clause. Like, that has caused mayhem, the reset clause, and it'll never be normal. And I can't but say this is caused by poor decision making on behalf of your party and on behalf of Fine Gael. Thank you.